In our video today, when the video opens, the patient and I are already in conversation about diabetic shoes. It's kind of hard to tell what we're talking about at first. In the US, Medicare does provide one pair of diabetic shoes and inserts for our patients who have lost sensation in their feet. And what this does is it makes it safer for them. So there's fewer corns and calluses that can lead to open wounds and amputations. So this patient is a diabetic and I see her every couple of months. So I hope you enjoy this video.
You're not getting that many?
No, we did. It was just for a couple of things. First of all, with COVID and the supply chain problems.
Oh, sure.
It was taking 8 months to get some of the shoes.
Oh, sure.
And patients were getting really upset and annoyed.
Uh-huh.
And then the other issue was that Medicare is not paying what they're supposed to be paying.
Oh.
And so, patients don't want to pay for the diabetic shoes and inserts.
Uh-huh.
And so if Medicare is not going to pay for them, we can't be losing all that money.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So Medicare is supposed to pay for diabetics.
What's holding that up, I wonder? Republicans?
It's mostly the Medicare Advantage plans.
Oh.
And they're supposed to cover everything Medicare covers.
And they're not doing it?
They're not paying.
Well, they sure bother you on the phone, I know that.
Yes, they do.
Constantly calling. I get so many sham calls, it's absolutely ridiculous. I've gotten so I just punch them out every time. I don't even answer them. Just not only Medicare, Medicaid, but other ones too.
Mm-hmm.
They pick on the elderly,
Well, I don't know how anybody who's elderly is supposed to navigate this really, I don't know how anybody who's, of a certain age can navigate this convoluted system we have.
Oh. Yeah, I had to have my mental care worker. She came in and she showed me how, in 2 seconds she showed me how to get them off of there. Off of the phone,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that hurts. Oh. Yeah. That's a touchy one, boy, I tell you, that toe.
Mm-hmm.
But it took her 2 seconds to show me. Otherwise, I'd been fooling around with them and trying to figure out how to get them off of there.
What did she show you?
You press one button and then you press the other one. That's all I can tell you. I know where they are on the phone, but...
To disconnect the call? Is that what
Put a
you...
block on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's the word I was trying to find. A block.
I love watching the YouTube videos of the guys who kind of scam the scammers.
Yeah.
They know where some of these scammers are. They know who they are.
Uh-huh.
And they'll call up the call center, and these guys get really angry. And
Who gets angry?
the scammers. Because the guys who are scamming the scammers are taking up their time.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, look how they take up our time.
Right. I remember once I got one of those calls, and it was from India, and they said they were calling from Microsoft, and there was unauthorized use of my home internet.
Uh-huh. Ooh.
And finally, I just kept the guy on the phone for a while, just because I was having fun. And finally I said, let me just ask you a question. If your mother got this phone call, what would you tell her to do?
Uh-huh.
And he says, oh no, ma'am. This is a legitimate call. And I said, that isn't what I asked you. If your mother got this phone call, what would you tell her to do?
Uh-huh.
Click.
Yeah. Yeah, if you know they're calling, you know, you just say something that's negative, you know, and they just click. They don't want to argue with you, or they don't want to be bothered.
Right, they need to move on to the next,
The
next
gotta
mark.
go on to the next one.
Yeah. And see if they can scam them. So,
Yeah.
well, they just see the US as a big black hole full of rich people who have more money than they know what to do with. So they don't have, a lot of them don't have issues with what they're doing.
Right, exactly.
Okay, let's have you come around.
Time.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have to submit films of your patients all the time, or what?
No, this is for a YouTube channel I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you. They advertise a remedy on TV for pain in your feet and the nerve endings. Nerve is called, or nerve, not nerve, I think it is. I often wondered about that. It's across the counter though, you have to. It's to dull the nerves if you're having pain in your feet.
Mm-hmm. What is it called?
I think it's nerve.
I don't know what that is.
I'll get the name.
Yeah.
Write it down next
I mean,
time.
a lot of that is just a lot of scam, you know? But,
Yeah.
all right. Well, thank you for letting us do the video.
Uh-huh. You're welcome.